Doomsday 3.
Yeah, we had Doomsday 1.
No question in my mind.
He came from one of the toughest areas of Phoenix. Most of his friends were in the course.
Praying for safety and
On the defense, talking about it. You better get your ass involved. You better get involved.
I just gotta say, when it comes to former Dallas,
Different.
For sure, and they would have thrown it off because
This guy gets off you.
Solid from and then I go to bed every night like Gee, man, I promise you that we got a Man, what is up, Cowboys Nation? Boy Mike Tag here with my man G Reg. It's Friday night. Very laid back. Very laid back. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe like when you get in there. Definitely appreciate it. We're going to just be interacting with you guys during the game. I've got it on the TV, so I'm going to be kind of sneaking it in here and there. Probably get in trouble, but I don't care. I mean, we're going to this is about seeing the talent. It's the last chance for some of these guys to fight for their roster position. But April, what's up? I see you in the house. Steven, all you guys definitely appreciate it as people are rolling in. What's the good word with you, Greg, man? How you feeling?
Feeling good, man. This last preseason game of the season, and I want to see what those rookies and those walk-ons and free agents are going to do, because we need a couple of holes to fill.
We do. We got, and this is an opportunity, right? Jadon Blue, from what I heard, unless something's changed, is going to see a little bit of action. I mean, you're not going to solve the world's problems in one preseason game, but it's going to be interesting. We're going to talk a little bit about, obviously, the Micah thing. And I think, Greg, are you down for Sunday to do a little America's, the documentary, kind of get our thoughts on that?
Absolutely. I stayed up to 3 o'clock in the morning.
All right, we'll be doing that on Sunday. Well, we may talk a little bit about it, but we won't spoil too much of what our thoughts are.
Yeah.
But I will be putting a link in as well. If you guys want to join, I mean, this is going to be a laid-back kind of show. We're going to be hanging with you guys for as long as you want to hang out with us. So definitely check it out. My thing got reset. I don't know what I did, but
What's up, Benny Blanco?
what's up? I plugged it in. All right, I'll see what happens. But hey, just listening to the Parsons and Jerry, might as well talk about it before the game gets rolling. But I mean, I'm listening, and Greg, I'm going to play devil's advocate. If what Jerry's saying is true, and he offered him a contract that would have made him the highest paid non-quarterback, man, and the agent kind of got in, and the agent is fighting for more money above that because Micah's 26 and he doesn't want to compare him to Garrett or to Watt or any of those guys. I mean, Jerry, I mean, I hate to say I might feel for Jerry. I'm not saying I side with him, but I don't know. There's two sides to every story, right? And
Yep.
I don't know what is your thoughts on that. If what Jerry's saying is true, how much does that change your mind at all and how you feel?
It's two sides to the story. We haven't seen the real coins on either side. All we seen was in the media. I tend to believe that Jerry's kind of inflating and embellishing the story, because word is the agent did not say go shove it up your ass. Never.
No, I think, and I was listening to Terrence Parsons, Micah's brother, and shout out to my man Nix. He does a great stream on Twitter, the Twitter Spaces. So there was a lot of debate on there, and he came out and he had said that there was a contract. He said that there was a number they agreed on. And the agent, I mean, the thought is maybe the agent kind of said, hey, we're wanting more. So that's where maybe Jerry's embellishing on shove it up your, you know what, maybe he's saying, hey, number is not where we need it to be. This is what they want. So I think maybe he countered with a much higher number than what Jerry thought that they had agreed on. So
right now, I take what Jerry said with a grain of salt, man, because what really got me, it turns me off about the whole thing. Jerry tried to pull this man away from his agent. He wants to keep him away from his agent so he can make the deal with him one-on-one. That's wrong. That's disrespectful. That's like saying this guy is so vulnerable because he's young. He's a grown kid in a sense. He just wants to play ball. I'm going to manipulate him one-on-one and get him to come up with a number I want him to get because he's not with his agent. Everybody knows CeeDee Lamb, Dak Prescott, everybody else, he spoke with their agents. But Micah is a different person. Micah's a grown kid. Don't get me wrong. He's a man, but he's a grown kid. And Jerry saw an opportunity to manipulate this man one-on-one and get him to sign numbers he wanted. And when he said a lot of money, okay, so Jerry, how did you market that money? Over 50 years? Or that money is associated with incentives? We don't know. We don't know the details how Jerry marketed that money that he said above and beyond. That's one thing. How he set the parameters for Micah to get that money, that's another. And Jerry will never show his cards when it comes to that. So right now, I don't trust nothing Jerry says, especially in the fact that he's trying to pull Micah away from his agent and don't want to speak to both of them in the room. What's wrong with saying bring the agent, you and the agent come in the room and the three of us talk? There's nothing wrong with that. He's done it with everybody else in the past, but he knows Micah's vulnerable and he could probably get a cheap Charlie pull on Micah. And that's wrong. That's disrespectful.
Yeah. And I think what's happened is my own opinion. And I mean, I'm just listening to everything. Micah and Jerry had a conversation. They agreed on the number.
Mm-hmm.
Jerry feels that number, they sent it to the agent. Agent came back and said, we're looking for more. And now you've got the agent and Jerry, a battle of egos, and Mike is caught in the middle because he's loyal to his agent. He loves the Cowboys, and he's kind of being pulled in the middle of this whole thing. But, I mean, ultimately, it's his decision, whichever way it goes. And you have to believe that Micah must feel strongly about what his agent is saying his value is, because otherwise Micah could say, look, dude, you work for me. I'm fine with the number. I want this contract. Let's get it done. But it hasn't happened. So I am not very confident that this thing is going to get resolved before week 1.
Well, first of all, everybody out there, whether you're watching this show or not, and you hear the reverberation, do not believe and take it to heart that Jerry offered him way much more guaranteed money. He didn't take it. That's lip service. That's hearsay. Until we hear from the horse's mouth, do not take what media mouching, grabbing Jerry does, because Jerry's smart. He knows how to get to the media first and tell his side of the story that's embellished and try to get people to believe it. And a lot of people will take it. You mean to tell me Jerry offered him all that extra money? He won't take it. See, people, don't do that, because that's what Jerry wants you to think. And obviously fans can flip and put the pressure on Micah. I really think that if those three sit down in a room, they can get this hacked out. But like I told you before, Mike, Jerry's now taking this personal. His whole makeup is about his ego and his narcissism. And once he takes something personal, common sense and doing the right thing is out the window. He goes 10 toes down, and that's how he makes mistakes. And not to give away the America's Team show, he admitted it. He admitted it in that series that that's what he does, and he regrets that he's done that in the past. But what did he say? But I am me. So which means you know it. You've learned the lesson from it. It was a cruel lesson, but then you turn around and you go 10 toes down and say, I'm going to keep doing it. And his wife even brought it up about how he knows better, but he still does it. No. And yeah, it's crazy. I mean, quick shout out to Garland Wilson, man, with the super sticker, $10. Going to the Cowboys Cave tailgate party. Definitely appreciate that. Our man Mark from Hawaii. I mean, we're all over the globe, but all the way over in the Pacific, man. I was thinking the same thing. Can't stand JJ, but if he offers number one money guaranteed, and they say more, then that's on Micah. No running back, no DT. And we're gonna hopefully get a chance to see maybe some running backs today.
I might have to take a pause because I moved some stuff in here to be able to stream it, and I got to fix something real quick. But appreciate that super chat, Mark, and definitely appreciate the support to the cave. And that's what I want to get back to. JJ likes attention more than the Super Bowl. I mean, you're starting to get that feeling as well. And we're old school. I think Mark's old school like us, so he's kind of seen this dance and seen this thing happen. And it is a little – I want to get back to – it's gotten to the point – I don't know how you guys feel about it in the chat, but it's almost gotten to the point that it's beaten me down. It's you know, I'm looking at Micah Parsons. You know, he's on my wall. He's on my wall, and I mean, I got the jersey there. But if he ain't signed soon, he's got to come out. I mean, that's my rules. I mean, I hate to say it. I love it. When he signs, you go back in. But I can't be dropping hype videos with a guy that's not on the team in the background. That's not fair. But what it's done is it's drained me. I want this thing over. If you're not going to sign him and you can't come to an agreement, trade him. Trade him to Carolina. Trade him to a team that you could try and get a top 10 pick next year and move on. I don't like this dragging out because all it has created is distraction, is divided. The locker room has divided everything else. Cooler heads have to prevail. There's got to be some sort of sense. But I'll say this. If he's asking for $5 million a year above what the highest paid player in his position is, I mean, it's hard for me to kill Jerry for that. That just being real. Because Mike is also the guy that last season said, I don't need to make $40 million. I know we want to have pieces to this puzzle. I want to win it. I'm about championships. So, I mean, you can't say one thing and do the other. And I'm not blaming them. I will not get in the money of these guys. You get all the paper that you can get because your career, you saw with Michael Irvin, your career is not guaranteed. It can end at a snap of a finger. You saw Hamlin, you saw these other guys. I mean, it's a dangerous sport for them. So maximize your earner potential. So I don't hate them. There's no bad blood on either side. But if they can't agree to a number, then it's time to just move on and just I got to get back to football, man. I can't be talking about this every day of the week.
Well, first of all, Mark, I got fam out there in Hawaii, and his name is Mark. Mark and Loretta. Matamua Frazier. That's her name. That's fam, close fam. Listen. I'm not falling for this hype because Jerry got the first soundbite in the media and he got his interview with Stephen A. He purposely did that so he can try to convince the fans that with one hand behind his back called manipulation and sneak attack that it's not me, it's him. Michael has not said a word. So until Michael comes out and speaks, I'm not taking Jerry's word. Jerry's a risk taker. He said it. He will continue to be that way. He's taking a risk. He's not going to trade Michael. They have
for 3 years. I mean, he's under contract with the Cowboys for 3 years because they could franchise him for 2 more years. So Mike doesn't have leverage, but you want to do the right thing with the best player on your team. I mean, that's just, you know.
But Mike does have a leverage in the sense that Mike is not really that type of person that's stuck on business like most of the other players. Remember, Mike is that guy that still remembers he was a kid playing football. He just wants to play football. And Mike will sit on the bench and lose money. I bet he'll do it and lose money and just sit on the bench and not play for a year to prove his point because Jerry, he sees that manipulation and that scoundrel of Jerry. And he's like, nope, I'm keeping my mouth shut. But Jerry knows if I get out in the media, because that's what I do, and I can manipulate some people, because what's the old word? If you say it so many times, you can get people to believe it. And that's what Jerry does. And he's going to have fans fighting each other saying, damn it, he offered that man all that guaranteed money. Michael needs to go on the side. And they don't even know the truth because Jerry got smart and got the first soundbite and did it on the big stage with Stephen A. That's what he did. And everybody's fault. Even Stephen A. and them fault. You mean to tell me you offered him all of that? Stephen A., slow your roll. You know, Jerry. You know who you talking to. You know you talking to that wolf in sheep's clothing. Why don't you wait until you speak to Micah personally, if he'll speak to you privately, and find out what's the truth? Because you already embellished something about what the agent said, which was a lie. So
hey, talk to the people. Talk to people. I got to fix something. Go talk to them.
Right.
You handle it.
Yeah, I don't put a grain of salt in anything Jerry says that's the truth. And a lot of y'all out there know it. And you know, Jerry does one. I said this ever since I was in my 20s. Every season, Jerry does one major thing to sabotage the Cowboys' complete success. Every year, it's like, oh, I haven't done anything this year. I need to come up with something. What can be the controversy this year? Oh, last year, I know. I won't sign anybody in free agency. When I got two world-class running backs sitting out there, Saquon and Derrick Henry, I won't sign either one of them. That'll start some controversy. What am I going to do next year? Oh, I'll wait to the last minute, 10 minutes before the game, first game of the season, and I'll sign Dak. Oh, now what am I going to do this year? I'm going to go 10 toes down with Micah, and I'm not going to sign Micah. And I'm going to get in the media and say, well, he's mine. He's got to play with me until. See, when you do that, you're disrupting the team. Because when Shotty came in, I don't know if you guys noticed, Shotty changed the culture right away. The team was excited. They were motivated, inspired. Everybody was happy. Then what happened? Jerry came up with this mess, and now the rest of the team's like, what's going to happen? Micah is the #1 weapon on defense. Eberflus hasn't had a chance to utilize that weapon in training to formulate his schemes. He is the #1. He's the nucleus. He is the T cell. Without him, how do you get that flow going in defense? And watch everybody want to blame Eberflus when the main component, the main ingredient, isn't in the game. So you're right. You're right, Benny. You're right. He wants to be in the headlines all the time. All the time. So if we can see what here was actually going on from Micah, and Micah's the smartest one in this little controversy because he's keeping his mouth shut. But Micah doesn't like the fact that Jerry talks about his character the way he does, and that's wrong because Jerry thinks he can push people's buttons. I swear, you guys need to watch America's Team on Netflix. I'm not going to go into it. We'll talk about it Sunday, but when you watch it, it is dynamic, it's compelling, and it's probably going to get an Emmy. But you'll see exactly the Jerry Jones that you know, but to a deeper level now. And you'll see why this is going on. Now we're going into Philly. First game of the season. We got a fully loaded team, but we won't have a fully loaded team on the field. You know, Philadelphia is sitting there happy.
Greg,
Philadelphia is sitting there happy. I don't understand.
I'm listening to you. I'm getting this fixed. What impact does this do to the locker room? Because they're deep at defensive end. If there's a position that they got depth, now they don't have Micah, but at least they got depth there. So what does this do to the locker room? What message does this send to those guys?
It sends to the locker room that Jerry is not focused on team unity and winning. Jerry is focused on his oil and his money and the main component of the team he's playing with. So here's what, if I'm on this team, I'm thinking, if Jerry can do this or will do this in the public to our #1 weapon, the most valuable asset on defense, the world-renowned NFL probably leader and as a linebacker, then I don't mean jack. This is what it's doing to the rest of the team. And the motivation level is low. You know, Mike, you've played ball, I play ball. When you go on that field with a fully loaded team and you got all your best players, boy, you feel inspired. You know that y'all about to do something. But when you go out there and you know you got one of your major components not there, you start to worry a little bit because you know what asset that person is throughout the game and how they inspire some of the players we have on the team that aren't quite sure about themselves on defense. So you can imagine how that's going to affect the defense when they get out there, and imagine how it's going to affect the whole team. I bet you in that locker room, they are all pissed to the pissness, and they're mad, and they all that culture that Shotty just started and enforced and got it going and got that activity and inspiration from the team. Mm-hmm. Now there's a little doubt, and these are grown men, but these are grown kids as well that come. Most of these are young kids. You better believe now they're sitting there worried. How do we go out here and play our best when Jerry's playing games roulette wheel with our best? And then the way he's doing it, that's what kills me. It's the way he's doing it. He's disrespecting this man in public. And it's a shame the way he's doing it. This is supposed to be family. I don't understand it, man.
I mean, I don't get the public thing. And I know a lot of this was already done because obviously the documentary, he was going on CBS, he's going on all these things because they're promoting it. And so we'll see. We'll see what happens. I think I got it fixed. So hopefully we'll get on here and we'll be able to stream.
Well, by him doing it, and when as soon as I started watching it, I might have been in episode 2 when I said to myself, Jerry timed this. He timed this to come out when it came out. Not that he anticipated this going through with Micah, but he timed when this was coming out. And at the end of it, I'm thinking, I hope every Dallas Cowboy watches that series because of Michael Irvin and the other players. It might really inspire those guys to say, damn, this is what it takes to get there.
Yeah.
But now you turn around, you come out of there inspired from watching it. You a teammate, then you get in the locker room, and then you watch the media, and then here go Jerry Jones with Stephen A. He's taking it to a whole new damn level now. And that's just
absolutely. Hey, just quick update on the game. Cowboys got the ball, and Deuce Vaughn is in. So you don't see Jadon Blue. At least I hadn't seen him in. I just got it working. So you don't see Jadon Blue in there. Milton's in there. He's going to play the whole game. I mean, what is your thoughts when you're looking at Milton? Are you comfortable with him being the 2? Are you comfortable with him being the 2, or are you?
I wish after the first game, Mike, I wish what they had done in the next 2 games was to play Milton a full half and play Greer a full half. We got to see Greer. Greer came in on one series. He did well down at the end zone. At the goal line. But I really want to see Greer play a half and Milton, because after that first game Milton played, it wasn't because, okay, Milton's young, it's his first time with the Cowboys.
Nice, so nice run by Deuce Vaughn, and Milton had a run earlier. I mean, they're running, they're committing to the run, and this is what we talk about, committing to the run. Are the Cowboys, we talked about this on Thursday's show. We had a Washington Redskin fan in here, and we talked about it, and he said the weakest part of our team, or the liability of our team is Dak Prescott. And obviously I took offense to that. But what he was saying was Jerry's mindset with Dak, he's going to put everything on Dak. He's going to have him throwing 45 a game because he paid him that way and not utilize the run game. And I mean, it makes sense what he's saying, because we don't want Dak Prescott throwing the ball 45, 50 times a game. That's not a recipe for success. You got to run the football. And we haven't seen that commitment early on. We have not seen that commitment from the Cowboys in preseason. But right now, they're running the football. They just had a nice pass, I think, to Cropper. So they're marching down the field against Atlanta. But
see, here's the thing. Jerry is not a coach. Shotty's going to be calling the plays. And because we haven't seen it in preseason, that doesn't mean that when game 1 starts, that they're not going to weigh heavily on the run. They evaluate Milton really as the backup. So yes, he's going to get some handoffs, but they want to see his eye coordination. They want to see what Milton could do. Can he throw through the window? Can he throw on the dime when the receiver hasn't even gotten out his pattern and the ball is supposed to be there? They want to see out of Milton a lot more than him just handing the ball off. So I'm not surprised that we haven't seen constant running. The weakest element of our team, if you want to go by what I've seen in preseason based on what happened in regular season last year, still is our defensive front line. That is the weakest. Every team in this preseason so far has run up the gut like nobody was there. Now, it's preseason. You got backups in there, so we don't know how the starters are going to play. And then we mixed in Dante Fowler and a few others played them a little bit. But we'll see when we put the starters on there in game 1 against Philly, how they play up the gut. Because if they play up the gut and they stop the run decently, then we know they're ready. But if they don't, what we see in preseason is the same thing we saw last season. Now they're still running the ball.
Well, I mean, you're seeing Deuce Vaughn.
Yeah,
I mean, he is a preseason warrior when it comes to running the football.
But he's playing against it, and he's playing against Atlanta's second, third.
And that's part. But we're definitely seeing we're seeing much better look from this offense. You didn't see rhythm. It's what I talked about. They need rhythm. And I think when you have Milton, you got to look at it differently with Milton. He's not going to be the guy that's just going to slice and dice you. He's a big play, big arm, but he needs to run the football. You need to have design runs, get him in the flow of the game, let him get hit. He's a big dude. Let him get hit a little bit and kind of get that going. I think that is what the Cowboys, if they go to Milton, God forbid if Dak were to get hurt, they can't treat Milton like Dak because he's not that kind of quarterback. Right. You're going to need to tailor that scheme around his skill set. And what that is moving him around in the pocket, getting some design runs, but committing to the run and you're running.
And I think that's exactly what they're going to do during the season because Milton's not going to be on the sideline just waiting for Dak to get hurt. They're going to have some certain packages for Milton when he comes in. And Deuce, I got a feeling that the reason why they're running the ball with Deuce a lot in this game, because Deuce may be the odd man out.
I think so too.
A lot of times in the last preseason game, some of the players that they play the most that have been on the team, that that have been there 3 years or so, some of the team and some featured players, if they play in that last preseason game and they play a lot, that's because either they're on the chopping block and they're giving them an opportunity for others to see them, or they're looking for something in that last game that's going to make them get that last cut.
Yeah. We got a super chat again. Mark, how do you commit to the run with a 5th round part-time rookie and a has-been running back? Mark, I love you. I can't disagree with you more. A has-been running back. Javonte Williams is in his 3rd year. That's not a has-been running back. And there are a plethora of running backs in the later rounds that have been very successful. Bucky Irvin, I think I saw from Mikey. Bucky Irvin is a star. He's in Tampa. You can go back to Terrell Davis was was 7th rounder or whatever the hell he was. It's the system that they put in. It's young legs. Jadon Blue is a game breaker. He's a game breaker. Javonte Williams is the wild card. He is the one who's 25, 26 years old. I saw what he did at Miami. Had a knee injury a couple years ago. Never was quite back last year. It's a 2-year process. This is going into his 2nd year. So it is a lot of what ifs. It's not a superstar that you're not dropping Saquon Barkley in here and here you go. It's going to be interesting to see how it works out. But Javonte Williams, when he was healthy, Greg, you were a Miami guy too. Yep. We saw what he did to our team and what he did to the ACC. Yeah. He's a real deal. You got Maffa who looked pretty good. Yep. So they've got it's going to be running back by committee. It ain't Derrick Henry coming in here. But they can run the football. They get a score with Vaughn.
Yeah, with Milton.
Oh, Milton. All right, you're a little ahead of me. Yeah. So running in Milton, beautiful. That's probably the best drive that we've seen of the preseason. And I know it's preseason, but what you're trying to get is you want to feel good. For Milton, you want to feel good. For this offense, you want to feel good. I know they're running vanilla, but they have been. If you guys have been watching this preseason, it's been stagnant. It's been painful, beyond painful. And I know a lot of these guys ain't going to be in the starting lineup, but you want to feel good, man, right? You want to feel good.
Yeah.
So
what up, Cuts?
What's up, Cuts? What's up, Julio, baby? That's best drive. Absolutely best drive by far. I'm going to take another quick pause, Greg. If you can hold down the fort, I switched something and my TV's screwing up and I'm watching it on my phone. So hold the fort down for me real quick. Right?
So Blake, hey, explain to me, how do you see Eagles in for a major injury season just waiting? I can understand your premise, but I don't see a major injury season coming for the Eagles. But and none of us hope that the Eagles or anybody in our conference has major injuries because I want to win playing the best on the field, so there's no excuses. But I don't see that happening. It could happen, but I really don't see that happening. I don't see we having a problem like that. But this drive has been the best drive since preseason for the Dallas Cowboys because it was smooth and they did a lot of running with Deuce. So there was a heavy package to the run, and Milton cleaned it off at the end by going around with everybody else going the other way. So that worked out perfect. And those are the kind of packages I'm expecting them to put Milton in from time to time in the game. But I'm telling you, I would love to see Will Grier play if at least an entire half, because Will Greer's got some motivation. Will Greer's been around a while. You know, he's not going to go out there and win you a Super Bowl. But Will Greer, he can be consistent. And a lot of times that's all you need is somebody that just does the job like this. They don't have to be the superstar. They don't have to be the person down on the bottom floor. Just as long as they're consistent. And I want to see Will Greer get an opportunity to get out there and show us what he got, so we know what we got in that third string quarterback. Because I think he can do some drives. It won't be flashy, but I think he can get the job done to get us down the field, matriculated, as my boy used to say with the Kansas City Chiefs way back in the day, before a lot of y'all were born.
Matriculate. That was Coach Schramm. Was it Schramm?
Coach?
Yeah.
No, not Schramm. Not Schramm.
No? What was it? It was an
yeah,
S.
Schramm. Yeah,
Schramm, right? Yeah.
Kansas City Chiefs.
Matriculate the ball down the
Matriculate
field,
boys. Way to go, boys! Woohoo!
And that's what the Cowboys have done. Let me try and do this too, because and I think I'm using a Mac. What is the pace? Is it V? There you go. So I'm going to put this in there. Any of you guys that want to come in and chop it up with us, definitely hit that link. I put that link in there. You're welcome to come into the cave. I'm going to move this a little bit. I'm going to change this around a little bit.
What up, Julio?
And all right, there we go. We got some stuff. So we got it. So we'll get this thing up a little bit. I might be behind you. I don't know.
You behind me.
Yeah. I do.
Yeah,
that's what I had. That's what I had. That's what I was trying to do, and you said no. View is other. What are you doing? Oh, YouTube TV. It's on there. I didn't know it was on. I'm sorry. I'm talking to my kid. Oh, it's on NFL Network?
NFL Network. That's what I got.
Oh, I got you. I was watching it on the local stream, so he's going to fix it for me. He's going to fix it. I didn't know.
So Madden. So Benny, what you talking about? Madden curse. Madden curse on what?
Wait, where's Cuts? Is Cuts in here? You got no video, Cuts.
I hear you.
So we can see that face in the cave. I think, where'd he go? I'm going to take you back off, Cuts. Get on there because we want to see it. So now we got the drive. Let's see. That's it. There we go. There we go. Now, what do you think about Eberflus, guys? I mean, what do you guys think? What do you guys think about Eberflus and what he's doing? Cuts, I need your video, but I can put you on if you don't want to do it.
You know what? I haven't been able to see anything that Eberflus can produce because the main weapon isn't on the field. The main weapon hasn't been in there once. So I don't know. And then plus the starters are not in there. So I really can't give Eberflus a grade, and I have to give him the benefit of the doubt right now because this year they're trying to be safe and not get anybody hurt on defense because, you know, Sam Williams got hurt last year in preseason. So I guess they're trying to be safe. And a lot of teams are doing that this season in the NFL. I know they did it a lot years past, but I noticed this year a lot of teams are doing it a lot more than they have in the past by leaving their starters on the bench a lot. So they're relying on training camp and those little matches they have with other teams in training camp. They're relying on that, and then just everybody come in and do what you got to do.
Let me think. Cuts, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Hold up,
oh, you don't have your video on. You don't want to be seen.
No, hold up, man.
Hit that video button.
I gotta see you. I gotta see if you're in the bar, man. Are you in the bar?
Oh, I see you, Benny. I know what you're talking about with Barkley being on the cover. Yeah, I see what you're talking about. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, I'm in the bar, man. I'm trying to get this video set right now.
All you should have to do is there's a camera and just make sure you put
what up, Carl?
You're on your iPad, I'm betting. If I know Cuts, we'll see if Cuts can get that video working. But
yeah,
looking at this is where you go right here. I'm going to put him in the background while he gets it fixed, and you're looking at 3rd and 1. So 3rd and 1. This is where you're going to see what do we got on a defensive line, right? Now they're not taking it under center, so he's about 5 yards back. So let's see what they do. Watch Mozzie on this play. He's the guy you want to watch. Is he in there? Is that him? 58?
I don't.
Who's the one over the center?
He's in there.
Now who's that?
Mozzie.
Mozzie makes that tackle behind. That's the Mozzie we need to see. That's the Mozzie that we need to see.
He need to be consistent.
He needs to be. Try it again, Cuts, if you can hear me. Go back on that link. Now watch that play.
All right,
obviously.
Oh, he got in the backfield.
That helps. But
he got in the backfield. Mozzie got in the backfield.
That's a TFL, man. Tackle for loss. That puts him in a punting situation.
Yep.
That's the kind of stuff that we need to see. We need to see from Mozzie.
Up the gut. That's right. Up the gut, because that's our weakest part right there, up the gut. Now, he's playing against the second strings, but
that's fine.
If he can,
he should dominate them.
No, I know, but I'm saying if he can emulate that during the regular season, that's what we need up the gut.
Yeah.
And then that rookie we got in there to line up with him. That's what we need up the gut right there. We need a lot of that.
So far, a nice start. Great play by Mozzie. You see Mozzie chilling there. Great play by Mozzie. Good start for that. And again, let's see. Maybe they're having a little issue. No, that's on Facebook. So you guys can see that link. Kutch tried to do it. He was running in trouble. But if you guys got that link, let me fix this here too. Right?
I think Cropper might make the team this time and don't go on the practice squad. Cropper might.
So? Look at the wide receivers, and you guys in the chat too. Looking at the wide receivers. Look at the wide receivers that we got.
Holden and Cropper.
How many are you keeping? How many are you going to keep? You're not keeping more than 5, are you?
I don't know. I don't know how many they're going to keep, but I think it's between Holden and Cropper. Which one they're going to keep?
Holden.
Yeah, Holden reminds me of a little bit now. He reminds me of what's my boy name that I wish we never got rid of? The one I call Mr. Acrobat. Michael. What's his name?
God, Gallup? You're talking about Gallup?
Gallup. Yeah. I wish we had never got rid of Gallup. He's an acrobat.
If you're keeping 6 wide receivers, my man Rick keeps 6 wide receivers. So we're keeping 6 wide receivers. So you got CD, you got Pickens, you got obviously Turpin.
Yeah.
You got Tolbert. So you got 2 spots. Mingo.
Flournoy.
Well, here, this is where you got to think about. Mingo is going to get a spot, but they could put him on 4 weeks or whatever it is. So they could put him on injury because he's out for 4 weeks.
Yeah.
So you've got Flournoy, you've got Holden, you've got Cropper,
Kelly.
You got Kelly, which I think he would be probably a practice squad guy.
Yeah. And one other one.
Who's the other guy that's here all the time? He's been here for a while.
It's another one that was on the practice squad last year. He was a decent
Jalen Brooks.
Yeah.
So I don't. If you're putting Mingo, you're going to put. I'm taking Holden over Flournoy and Brooks only because I think Holden has more upside. Just as my opinion.
Yeah.
My opinion.
I noticed they haven't played Flournoy a lot. If they did, they haven't targeted him a lot.
Now that they hadn't thrown the ball very well this preseason. Let's be honest.
Yeah, well, that's true. I forgot about that.
Yeah,
how could I forget that?
I can take my glasses off now.
Yeah, how could I forget about that? Yeah, but
I agree, Benny. When I have youth that is there as a rookie, I'm gonna take him. That looks like our man just got his first carry. Let's he didn't do too well, but he's in on this drive. Let's get him. Let's get that in there. Let's see.
Yeah, Holden is the truth.
Yeah,
no doubt, he's the truth.
I just think he's got some upside. He's got some upside that we can work with.
Offensive line was straight trash on that one. But then again, that's not the offensive line. It's kind of
we're at 2nd and 14. Let's see if they're going to force to get blue. I'd get him in open space and dump it off to him. All right. Well, is that Cropper there? Or Flournoy? Is that Flournoy?
No, I don't know. You're play ahead now.
There's Flournoy right there, number 19. He got
the ball.
3rd and 6.
19 is Cropper, ain't he?
No, it's Flournoy. It says right there.
Well, what is Cropper? 18?
I think he's 18. 18.
Okay. That would
Yeah. I like that right there. And then you got Mingo there.
There goes Flournoy.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I still got his. I bought his brand new number 80 jersey.
I know
last year. And as soon as I got the jersey, he changed his number.
Yeah.
I was I'm gonna try to find somebody who stitches name tag.
All right. Oh, beautiful catch.
Who is
beautiful catch? Tight end right there. Beautiful catch, man. Oh, flag.
Tight end. No.
Yeah. Fairweather. I don't even know who the hell that is. Is he a tight end? Is he? I don't know.
He's a running back, ain't he?
He's too big to be a running back. I don't know who the hell that is. I'll be honest. We're digging to the bottom of the barrel, but that's illegal contact. That damn right it better have been on the defense.
Yeah.
What a nice catch. Would have been a first down. But see, that was a play. Watch this throw. Watch it if you can see it on replay.
I saw it. That was a beautiful catch.
That's where not Mingo. That's where Milton needs to get better. A little bit. I mean, still hard, but just a little bit better touch on it. He didn't try and overthrow it.
Right.
So let's see if we can get on blue here. No, he's going deep. He's got an out right there. Another nice Flournoy. He's active right here.
Yeah. That's because this last game, we're going to start seeing some of these players we haven't seen a lot in the first two, because these are the guys they're going to make. These are the ones that I would say on the bubble, or they're considering who goes to the practice squad, who gets cut.
Yeah.
So that means Flournoy, who's getting a lot of action right now.
Another 15, roughing the passer. Roughing the passer.
Flournoy may be the odd man out. I mean, he may be the last number 6 that stays.
Let's see if it was a rough hit. Was it
actually Flournoy?
They didn't show it on the quarterback. Let's see. Some of this stuff is ticky-tack. That's a little. I mean, he got an elbow in there, but I mean, we're old school. That I mean, you got to get hit harder than that.
I think actually Flournoy is going to stay. Flournoy is going to be on the team. He'll be number 5. Number 6, I think, is between Brooks, Holden, and Cropper. Yes, sir.
All right, there's blue. Oh, yeah, not good vision there.
Because Mingo will be on injured reserve. Boom, there you go, Flournoy. I love that. I love that route he ran.
Yeah. Milton is definitely a lot more comfortable today. Yeah. Definitely a lot more comfortable today.
And it's the last game, too. They all got to bring everything they got in this one. And I
you
think
want to feel good, right? You want to feel good going into the season. I don't care who you got back there.
But I think Shoddy.
There you go. There's blue. There we go. That's what you want to see. That's what you see. This game is about what you're looking at specific players. Right. And you just want to see that why you draft him. You want to see that burst. And he's got that burst. That was a nice run. Now let's see if they can finish. Now you got to be able to finish.
And like you said, Shoddy's keeping this whole offensive scheme vanilla and basic.
Yes.
Which is good because then we get to see the pureness of what they can do. Yeah,
but you want to see the competitiveness. And they got a flag there, pre-snap penalty. That's what you don't want. That's what you don't want. You got. And I like the way, and now it's the 5.
I like the way Blue hit the hole. When he got to the hole, he accelerated. I like that. That's what we need. Somebody who can accelerate. And he's got a little juke. He's got not the juke. He's got that quick motion move.
Yeah,
so absolutely. That's what I love to see. Oh, yeah, I see that. What you said. Somebody. That was the
pre-snap penalty.
Was that the right guard?
I didn't see it.
69. I think it was 69. Whoever he is.
Well, let's see. Now you're getting it from the 7. Now they're at the 7. Let's see. All right, you're gonna pass it. Let's see that fade. Oh no, that's Brooks. Pass interference. Pass interference. They're gonna get it on.
Was that Tolbert?
No, that's Brooks.
Okay.
Yeah, Tolbert's not. It's Brooks. Flournoy. I'm sure you're gonna see a lot of Holden. But see, Brooks has been on the team.
Somebody's in the slot. Who is that in the slot?
That looked like 85. I don't know who.
No, a small guy in the slot. It was a small guy on the slot on the right side.
Yeah, I'm trying to see it. I can't see.
I wonder who that is.
Oh, I mean, isn't it amazing though? Isn't it amazing how sometimes it's like, who the hell are some of these players?
That small guy right there in the slot on this side.
Isn't that Cropper?
Oh no, they must have brought in somebody else.
I threw it away. That's smart. That's smart. That's what he didn't do last game. He forced a ball. He threw it away. Lived to play another day. It's second down right at the 1. Be smart with it. And that's what he's doing. So
yeah, I don't see that show guy. Run it. No, you can't. Yeah, that was smart. Like
you're behind me.
Yeah, he threw it away. Yeah.
We got.
I can see yours on your screen, but it looks washed out. Maybe because
it's the
angle.
light. It's the angle.
Light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not messing with it no more, man. I got my shit to work. I'm not messing with it no more.
I hope they put Greer in.
That was a power. I'm telling you right there, you're gonna watch over power run by Blue. That was get hit, keep them legs churning. I feel good right there.
Now bring him out the game.
Now he's out. No, he's out the game. Give him a series. He got his feet wet. Get the butterflies out. But watch, you guys watch it on that replay if you can see it. That's what we're talking about right there.
Power run. Take him out the game.
You got hit right there. Kept them legs moving. Get in there. That's what you need to see. That's what
take him out the game. Take him out the game.
That's what you want to see. So we'll let me switch this up right quick, and much better. Like this again. It's preseason. It's practice. We're not going to get too hype about it. But I'm just going to be honest with you. I don't know about you, Greg, but I was not feeling very good about our team. I mean, you didn't get that good. I know it's preseason, but you want to feel good. You want to feel like they got some. The score doesn't matter, but hey, you got some guys in there. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns. It makes you feel like, all right, they got something going, right?
Yeah. I wouldn't say I was overly disappointed this preseason because the overwhelming majority of the first stringers weren't even in the game. So
I get it.
Yeah, so I can't measure anything yet. Even the worst part of what I saw in the first 2 games was the defensive line, how teams were just running through them like butter. I still couldn't get really upset about it because none of the starters were really in there a lot. So that first game is going to show what we have because the majority of the starters have been on the sideline. That first game, we're going to really see what we have. Yeah. But I kind of like this preseason that the majority of the preseason games has been the backups because we got to see them a lot and it gave them a lot of opportunities to play more so you can see what they can do. So I kind of like that. We sprinkled in a few starters every now and then.
I mean, do you think the starters should play a little bit? You know what I mean?
After last season, and we got injury riddled in the in training camp, and then the first couple of games, nope. And then plus, I look at all the rest of the teams in the NFL. They did the same exact thing. It's almost like all the owners say, "Hey, we're not playing our starters. We're not playing our starters. We're not playing." Every team, with the exception of Cincinnati Bengals, they played your boy a lot, the quarterback. But every team has been doing the same thing, and I guess everybody's worried about injuries. So long as
let me correct my man right here. Blue is not the starter. Javonte Williams is going to be your starter. Blue is going to be your lightning. I mean, that's what I mean. I don't know where you got he's the starter. I think he's 3rd on the depth chart. He's not going to be he ain't carrying the ball 25 times a game. So with all due respect, he's not the starter. He's not. No one said he's a starter. He's going to be the guy that he's going to be a home run hitter. He's fast as hell, which you guys know. And I'm no Texas Longhorn fan. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, me neither. I would like.
That should have been a pick. Should have been.
I would like to see Blue a lot when the season starts, though.
Yeah, you don't want to. Which you don't want. I mean, he's not a big dude, so you definitely don't want to get him banged around a little bit. But what you want to see, roughing the passer. All right, so we'll get that. But let's change gears real quick. What is up? What's up? A quick reminder to the crew. We've got our Cowboys Cave tailgate party. A lot of you guys, if you're new to the channel, I see a few hundred of you guys hanging out in here. Definitely appreciate it on a Friday night. You guys should be out partying instead of sitting here watching preseason football, but I do appreciate it. And but we have our tailgate week 4, cuts by Jones, who I guess he was shy or he's having some technical difficulties, was going to jump in. We've got those paddles, and they're, I mean, if you're in an earshot of me, Cuts, you need to come back in and show some of these paddles. They're beautiful. He customizes them. We sold a ton of them so far. All proceeds go to the tailgate. So a lot of people say, hey, man, I'm going to be at the tailgate. I want to donate. What can I do? Hey, get something for your money. You're going to have a great time, number one, but get yourself a custom cut. Get that paddle because the theme is it's time to spank that ass this year in 25. So that's what you can see in the upper corners. He Cowboys Cave on one side, customized it on the other, could put your name. He's showing the one that I did, which was basically I like to commemorate stuff. So it's Cowboys versus Green Bay, nothing like that great rivalry. And so you guys can definitely check it out. And then we're changing things up a little bit. So Sunday, Greg and I are going to be on Sunday morning. We're just going to talk old school. We're going to talk that America's Team documentary. Greg lived through it. I lived through it. My son watched it. He didn't live through it. He goes, Dad, that was a crazy time. That was an amazing team, but damn, that was a crazy time. Yep. So get some other perspective of it. Get your perspective of what you thought. I learned a few things. I don't want to spoil it on this show, but you can find out if you tune in Sunday, some of my thoughts. And then Monday, special show, Jesse Holley. Obviously, a lot of for him, Jesse Holley from big catch from San Francisco, Dallas game, had that big play, in overtime. Obviously was on the reality show and got a spot, went to North Carolina. So I'm going to have to talk to him a little bit about that. We got to straighten that out. But obviously he does a lot of content with the Dallas Cowboys. He's going to be in the cave. Shout out for Kelly to making that happen. So we're going to be live with Jesse Holley Monday. Special time. It's going to be 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. You don't want to miss that. That is going to be a lot of fun. And we'll get a lot of insight from him. But also talk a little bit about, he had some interesting things in his career that happened. That was the punctured lung game, if my memory's right, with Tony Romo. And they ended up winning that game. So we got a lot of stuff cooking. And then Jimmy and I are flipping the script from Monday to Wednesday because I'm going down to Miami. I'm going to see Notre Dame, Miami. That's a bucket list. I'm excited. I haven't seen it. Absolutely. And it's going to be a lot of fun. But college football is kicking off. Uncle Cheech already dropped some of his thing. It's going to be great. So any of you guys that are new and just checking out the cave for the first time, hit that like, hit that subscribe, that thumbs up, subscribe, alert bell, all that kind of stuff. It is going to be, we're going to have a lot of fun this season. This channel is all about fans, and it's all about just having some fun. As you see with our tailgate, that's what it's all about. So the whole crew, we want you guys to be part of the family. Anyone in the cave is family. So definitely check it out. We got a commercial, so I'm just killing time doing some PS.
But hey, Jimmy D, no, Michael is not going to the ATL. Quit crossing your fingers. Uncross them. Uncross them. Uncross them.
Yeah. That would change up Jimmy and I's show. He might. That'll change things up if that were to happen, boy. I tell you.
And Rick mentioned something earlier about we were talking about the wide receivers. Yeah, Brooks and Cropper, one or maybe both might make the special teams. So if they're on the special teams, they'll still be there on the team because special teams is where a lot of these players,
absolutely,
players are going to make the team.
Yeah, if you're the fifth receiver, sixth receiver, fourth, you're playing special teams. If you're the fourth running back, third, you're gonna. So just because we like Holden or just because you like Brooks or someone, special teams is going to play a part in that. Yeah. How are they like? Now, what do you think about Brian Robinson getting traded to the 49ers? A little insurance policy for them. Not a bad move for not a 6-1 pick.
Not a bad move, but he was playing with the Commanders, right?
Yeah.
Not a bad move, but I think the Commanders. I think they pulled the switch too soon on him after they saw that guy with the hyphenated name in preseason. I forgot his name when he was running. I think they should have held on to him, but that's good. That's one less weapon that they got that we got to worry about.
I believe this right here was Houston. What do you think? What do you think about Houston? There's a pick.
Yeah, I haven't heard much of Houston.
There's a pick.
I don't know much of Houston, but if he's as good as what I just saw.
Well, he has had a good camp, and he has had watch this pick. I think there was some miscommunication because it was basically a fair catch.
Mukamal? No, that ain't Mukamal. Mukamal is 40.
That was Pride, I think. Was it Pride? Yeah, Pride. That was basically a fair catch. That wasn't really that didn't take a that was pretty easy. But Cowboys will get it at the 20. And let's see how they do with this next drive. But definitely, and we got a flag. I don't know what that was. So is a little celebration after the play.
I don't know. He called it. He told everybody to come in. Probably people from the sideline came.
It's got to be. Yeah, it was definitely after the play.
And it's preseason. Pride to probably take that ball home, even though it's preseason. He got him an interception. I'd take it home.
Oh, I'd take it home. No doubt.
I'd take it home with me. Yeah, Houston looks good, and he's got speed on that edge too. That's what we need. So Houston may make the team.
Well, that's what I'm saying is, obviously there's Overshown. So good to see some of these guys out there. This whole Parsons thing, you wonder if Jerry is going to do a little gambling and bank on how the team performs and try and get leverage that way. Because they are deep at defensive end, but they don't have Micah Parsons. I mean, Micah Parsons is generational kind of guy.
Micah Parsons is the nucleus. What Jerry needs to do is go to one of his oil fields, take a mug, fill it up, and drink it. That's what he needs to do, and drink it. Jerry is a liability. He's a liability.
Oil, we don't. That's a joke.
He's a liability. He is a liability to the Cowboys, and he will always be. I saw something. You saw that video I sent you with that sports reporter. He asked Jerry about Jerry, out of the 31 other teams, which do you think any one of those other teams if they had the opportunity, they would hire you as a general manager? And he took a pause and said, yeah. And then he asked him, which one? I said, Jerry sat there like dumbfounded. Because wouldn't nobody take Jerry as a general manager.
No.
Little League football wouldn't take him.
Nope. Arkansas might take him because he donates a lot of money to him.
Hell, Arkansas no better than that. They'll lose all their players from Neil, and the Neil they'll go take they'll take a cheaper Neil somewhere else.
Oh man,
this is crazy, man.
Yeah, well, it's interesting to see what the Cowboys. So they had a penalty, so they didn't get the pick.
No, man, look,
that was off the field. Oh, a player didn't get off the field in time.
I bet you, Mike. Eberflus is having anxiety attacks at night, knowing that he doesn't have Micah.
Yeah,
and he can't say anything to Jerry.
Oh, they got pressure again. Pick. Oh, he dropped it. God, he could have had it again.
Who was it?
Again.
Because they're just coming out the huddle on mine.
Oh, too many men on the field. They didn't get the guy off. Yeah, that was God.
Yeah, Eberflus has got to be having
running off. That's a problem though. When you've got God, it was 1 yard off. When you've got guys that you're trying in and out, and you're trying to get guys playing time, this is where you end up where you get some of these kind of penalties. You're not really going to see that in regular season because they're not shuffling so many guys in and out, but they want to get looks at different people. So that one was unfortunate.
Pride would have had 2 interceptions if he had caught that. He hit him in the chest.
Yeah.
Like we used to say in baseball, when the ball is hit to the infielder and it pop him in the chest and he don't get it, and we used to say, beat him up, ball, beat him up. And then if you threw one to him and it was right there and he didn't catch it, he say, man, I ain't mean to hit you in the hands.
Well, that's why they usually say the cornerbacks used to be receivers that can't catch the ball, so they move the cornerback.
It's crazy, man. Yeah, Pride is showing his worth tonight. I don't know that he would make it, but then we kind of slim. We're kind of slim on DB.
Well, you don't know where Diggs is going to be. You don't know where
Pride may make the team, but he'll most definitely probably be on the practice squad. But then they don't know.
Yeah.
They're going to have automatically go there and let somebody pick them up on waivers or somebody take them. Then we could lose quite a few of these good players.
Yeah, they're going to have a few of them on the lot of these guys on the practice squad.
Yeah, and I think it's going to be a few good ones that's going to get taken up by some other teams too. Let's see what you do on that edge. Good tackle.
Are you surprised the Cowboys haven't looked at defensive tackle? You see a lot of them getting traded and this and that. Are you comfortable with the D tackles that we have?
Not really, because I know I think we got one in the draft. I'm not comfortable, but I haven't had a chance to see the ones that they drafted. I haven't had a chance to see who's on the sideline that's not in the game to see if we improve. But I can't be surprised about anything when it comes to not getting players, because I know who's the man that goes out there to get them, and he won't get them. So it don't surprise me anymore. He doesn't surprise me about anything anymore. So yeah, to me it'll be a travesty, but I'm not surprised.
I think you got Toya out there now. Let me see.
Don't get Toya hurt, please.
I think he's out.
Please don't get Toya hurt. Give him a rep and get him out.
Yeah, let me see if I can. Wonder if I can move that back. If it would. Let's see if I can move that. Wait, it's that light.
But Jimmy, Atlanta's got a lot to work on. They got a lot to work on, Jimmy. So I hope they improve. Well, they improved in one big sense. They don't have Kirk Cousins anymore. So your offense should be decent. It's the defense for Atlanta that I think you're gonna be worrying about. Boom, good tackle. Who is that? 38. Who is that? That's Clark. Oh, yeah, that's Damone Clark. I expect that from him. Get Damone out of there. Let him play that series and get him out.
Let's see if I can find it on.
This last game in preseason. Do not get Damone Clark hurt.
You do not want to get any. It's Damone Clark. He's out there, huh? Well, yep, I guess you got. I mean, you can't sit everybody.
Nope. But don't let him do that much.
He's actually played pretty well this.
He has played pretty good.
Yeah.
Him and Mukamau, because Mukamau's played good last year when he came in for our lacking.
He thinks it's a different Clark. That's not Damone.
Oh, that's not Damone.
No.
Oh, okay.
I can't see shit.
Well, that Clark, he's playing pretty good then.
I think that's a cornerback Clark. Is that 43 you saw? What number was that?
Yeah, he was cornerback.
I think that's. That's a quarterback. Let me see if I can. I'm going to try another way to see if I can finagle this on the screen better. So, while we're at a commercial.
Yeah.
Commercial. Let's see.
Field goal good by Cool.
I'm going to have to put my glasses on.
Man, I just, every time I think of the Micah situation, I just feel for Eberflus. I bet he was so excited when he came to Dallas knowing he got Micah Parsons. I bet you before he even got on the plane, while he was on the plane, flying to meet Jimmy, I bet he was drawing up schemes. He was drawing up schemes, and then he gets there and finds out Jerry's doing this with Micah. And, the one thing about Jerry, none of the coaches feel emboldened enough to sit down with Jerry and say, you know what, we need to do. Let me tell you, Barry Switzer, he would be up in that office. If it was
he would have said something to him.
He would have been up in that office with Jerry and saying, what the hell are you doing? But we don't have the coaches. They're afraid to get up there and talk to Jerry about this. I mean, it's
there you go. That was Elijah Clark. There we go. Elijah Clark.
Futile attempt because he's just going to be himself. But still, they wouldn't go up there and talk to him because I think they're afraid. Yeah, he might fire them just for asking a question.
Yeah,
I'm going to put Stephen Jones out there as the defensive coordinator. I feel he can do it. That's what he'll do.
Yeah, I can't get I was going to try and see if I can add a video link on here to get it from my phone, but it's not letting me do it. All right. Well, I tried. Can't do it. Can't do it.
Elijah Clark.
Thankfully, it's on NFL Network, so you guys are able to see it. It. So you guys.
What's up, Dallas Cowboys collab?
Oh, so let's see as we're in commercial break. So look, we talked about running back. We talked about what about the line? I mean, what do you guys? You really haven't seen the line, play. You got Guyton that's hurt.
Mm-hmm. Still got BB, got Hoffman.
Got BB.
The line looks decent. The line looks decent. They're giving them running backs in this game the opportunities to do what they got to do. So the line looks decent right now.
Who's beating American Heritage in high school? Who's beating them? Who are they playing in high school?
I don't know who American Heritage is. Are they in one of the top 10?
Yeah, they're like one of the. That game must be on ESPN or something.
It's a college game either coming on tonight or tomorrow night. It's
you got Kansas, Iowa State, and Kansas
K-State.
Yeah, K-State is it? Yeah,
I think it's K-State. What would they be on? Not the big. Is it the Big Ten?
They're getting beat by a Pennsylvania school. That's embarrassing.
Must be a killer. They must have lost all their players. Hey, high school got Neils now. High school's got Neils, so all them players might have left.
No, I know.
That's crazy.
Did you see the stadium in Beaufort, Georgia? $62 million high school stadium. $62 million.
Wouldn't surprise me. High schools are their programs are being taught on pro level now.
It's amazing. and the what's up, bud? What's up? Appreciate you jumping in. See you on Facebook. Yeah, we're on Facebook, we're on X, and we're on YouTube. But like I said, any of you guys watching on other platforms, if you're not on YouTube, get over to YouTube at some point. Hit that thumbs up, and also subscribe if you're not a subscriber already, man. You gotta, you can continue to watch on X, but at least hit the subscribe. It helps the channel out.
Javonte Williams.
Yeah.
That boy's.
Now, he didn't get a carry, but go back to I appreciate it, bud, man. Thank you. Appreciate the love. Hopefully, we'll get to see you out at AT&T. Need to be at that tailgate. Like I said, I'm going to give another plug for that tailgate party. We got a great tailgate party, man. Last year was off the hook, and I mean, this year's probably going to be even better. So make sure you guys come out to the tailgate against the Packers. And we're going to have a TV. I believe someone's bringing a TV. We got music now. We got some DJs coming out there to cut it up. So it's going to be a lot of fun. It gets bigger and bigger every year. So definitely. And we got the TV. So if you're not going to the game, you just want to hang. I know Cuts is hanging out there. There'll be some other people hanging out there. You can just go ahead and chill and just hang with him. Am I seeing Blue still out there?
I don't know. Is that Javonte Williams?
No, Blue is still out. No, Williams ain't going to be out there.
They just showed the running back list. Looks good.
Yeah.
I mean, just imagine, compare that running back list this year to the running back list last year. Oh, I got to give them credit for beefing that running back list up.
I'm going to see if I shut the light.
I got to give them credit for that, man. That running back list looks good compared to last year. It's like gravy. Now we just want to see those boys in action and see what they can do. But that defensive line, man, I'm waiting to see.
Oh, I look like I'm in war.
Yep, that defensive line, I'm waiting to see what we're going to put out there for game one.
I should have adjusted them.
I am not impressed.
I was out there, looked like I was in the dark. So we're going to have to deal with it. 4th and 2, they're punting anyway.
Yeah, Mike, the only question mark I have on our team right now going into the first game is that defensive line. Mozzie showed me that one play Mozzie had tonight showed me what I was expecting the defensive line to look like this season with the people we picked up. And then Mozzie, that might be Mozzie's one big hit. And then next thing you know, he goes back getting in his shell. But I really hope that defensive line is better, because this whole entire preseason, those running backs haven't been challenged on these other teams. And even their backups been looking good, and they're probably getting some good tape so other teams can pick them up and say, you know what, that guy looks good. Well, it's not so much the running back as it is our defensive line hasn't been the best.
Well, let me ask you this. We had a great show on Thursday. If you guys missed the show Thursday, it was a lot of fun. So we had my man Paulie, Washington Commanders, Redskins, whatever you want to call them, fan. And I was on a local show there, and my mouth got the best of me, and I got all pissed off. So I told them that Washington ain't making the playoffs. This was like 5 games left in the season. So definitely I was butthurt about my Cowboys and people talking about my Cowboys. So I had to, I got to defend my team. So I said, Washington makes it, I'll give you tickets to the game so you can come to Dallas to watch them get their ass whooped next season. And sure enough, they made the playoffs. I'm a man of my word. So Paulie got his tickets, got my seats for the Commanders game. He's taking his dad, which I think is really cool.
That's cool.
But we were talking about the NFC East. And, I always say it's not who you play, it's when you play them.
Mm-hmm.
And the team that I would be a little concerned with later in the year are those New York Giants.
Man, I knew you was going to say it.
I mean,
knew you were going to say it.
Something? I mean, we play them the second game, which I think is a good thing,
which
right?
Is good. Yeah.
And I know we play them later, but they could be a team that could be a thorn in your side. I mean, they got a tough 6-game stretch. I'll find their schedule as we're talking, but they got a tough 6-game stretch. But what's your thoughts on the Giants and kind of where they're at?
They're surprising me because everybody wrote the Giants off automatically. And first of all, whatever culture is being built there and the motivation among the players and the team, it's there and it's solid. But they're surprising me. I see the Giants and I'm sitting there saying, The Giants may not be the pushover that everybody thinks they are. They might be the dark horse of the NFC East, but it's a good thing that we play them early.
Yeah.
Good thing we play them early before they really get in that grind and they start playing together and they become one. But right now they look decent. I mean, every quarterback they put on the field has been decent. Even Jackson Dart, he may start the season maybe in the 5th or 6th game of the season and go all the way out. So
I agree with you.
And right now,
let me give you their schedule. Because we finished. See, the thing is, we finished with them, which the game maybe doesn't matter. Let's just say it doesn't.
Well, let's hope it doesn't.
This is their first. Listen to this schedule all the way up to week 9.
Mm-hmm.
Open at Washington.
Mm-hmm.
Open at Dallas. Home opener against Kansas City. Home against the Chargers. At New Orleans, which that's probably a decent game there. Versus Philly, so home against Philly. At Denver, at Philly, home against the 49ers, at Chicago, Green Bay at home, at Detroit, at New England, Washington, Minnesota at home, at Vegas, Dallas at home. That's a tough schedule.
Man, they could go 0-9.
Yeah.
The only game on there I see they got a chance, but they're playing in New Orleans.
Yeah,
because New Orleans doesn't even know who they're going to put out there as a quarterback. It's New Orleans. The rest of them, they may go 1-8, but a tough
one.
1-8.
But the thing is, their bye week isn't until week 14. So that's usually when you make the switch. I mean, they could end up, if they were to lose to New Orleans, you could see them maybe making a switch to Jackson Dart. He's looked good in preseason.
Yeah, he's looked real good, and he looks comfortable. He looks veteran. But I feel if the Giants lose a lot of those games, that they're going to be tough games, and and every team's going to have to play them to the wire because that is a gauntlet. That is a serious gauntlet. And
the NFC East is tough. So let me run down because I want to get your thoughts on the division and get you guys in the chat your thoughts on this division. So looking at Washington, open against the Giants, at Green Bay, home against the Raiders. That's a good one. At Atlanta, at the Chargers, home against Chicago, at Dallas, at Kansas City, home against Seattle, home against Detroit, home against Miami, then they're bye. They've got, I mean, it's better than the Giants, but that's not no schedule's a cupcake for the East. And then you go, let me give you Philly.
If Washington, if they have a sophomore slump, I only heard 2 teams in there that I can see them beating. The rest of them, and they don't have Terry McLaughlin. You got Debo, but you need Terry McLaughlin. You don't have Terry McLaughlin. It'd be like us with Lamb last year.
Oh,
they
absolutely.
only have that one receiver.
Yeah, well, Debo is like a tight end. So go to the Eagles, home against Dallas, at the Chiefs, home against the Rams, at Tampa, and I don't care. Tampa owns Philly. I don't forget Philly can't deny that. I don't know there's certain teams that own you. Tampa Bay, for some reason, has owned Philly the last few years.
Where are they playing Kansas City?
At Kansas City.
That's a get-back game.
Yeah. Home against Denver, at the Giants, at Minnesota, home again. It's weird. They play the Giants week 6 and week 8, like real back-to-back.
When the Giants might be running on all cylinders.
Starting to, and again, it's not who, it's when.
Mm-hmm.
But then they got at Green Bay, home against Detroit, at Dallas. That's a tough 3-game stretch right there.
Our division is going to be tough.
It's going to be tough. So looking at the East, I mean, what are you seeing? I mean, how do you see this division shaken out? I mean,
it's not going to. I don't see any team in our division winning 13 games. 12.
No.
Be lucky if they win 12.
I think 12 is that's. I mean, they're playing the AFC West, which is pretty much stacked. I mean, the Raiders. If Genti gets going, I mean, watch out for the Raiders. And then they play the North, which Chicago, new coach. If they get Caleb Williams going, no cupcakes there. Minnesota's the wild card with JJ McCarthy.
Well, Detroit may be a disappointment for their division this year because They lost a lot of the coaching staff.
They
don't
did.
know how many players left too.
They still got. I mean, their stars are there. Their stars.
Detroit. The schemes that Ben Johnson and
Aaron Glenn.
Yes, Aaron Glenn did. There may be the Detroit may go back to the Detroit that we knew with a lot of talent.
Yeah,
and Minnesota may rise above them, but in our division, all of our teams are going through a gauntlet.
Yeah,
and the two teams I think that are going to be tested the most, obviously, are going to be the Giants and us. So we're going to have to keep pace with the Giants because the Giants are motivated and they're playing. They're playing like we don't know we're supposed to be sorry. We don't know we're supposed to be the last place team. These guys are playing some good ball, so we'll see during the regular season. And they got enough quarterbacks. They got enough decent quarterbacks back there that they can go deep. Because somebody's going to be the odd man out. I think Winston might be the odd man out. And he go to New Orleans or somewhere.
I mean, I threw it out there. I mean, Milton's playing better, but if Winston was available, I mean, would you look at him as our backup?
The only reason I wouldn't, because of the inability to be athletic like Milton. Winston, if he gets on the roll, he can be good, but he's spotty and he might throw interceptions being too risky. But and he doesn't have that athletic prowess to be able to if he has to run, he can run. Milton has that part far better than Winston. And I think by having Milton and having that running capability, that works perfect for us because we can scheme different plays for him. Whereas if we had, Milton, but if we had Winston, we couldn't scheme plays for Winston because Winston's a pocket quarterback. He doesn't have that athletic skill. So we don't have packages for Winston, but we can have packages for Milton that'll help us like we try to have packages for Lance.
Yeah. No. Yeah. I'm trying to say it looks like Deuce Vaughn's back in. They're probably done.
Man, our division is going to be going to be interesting. I can see.
Well, let me give you Dallas because this is where I say like Dallas, and this is where the Micah Parsons things can really bite them in the ass.
Mm-hmm.
The Cowboys have got to start fast. Let me give you the first half of the schedule going into the bye. At Philly, obviously that's going to be tough. Then they got the Giants at home early.
Mm-hmm.
They got the Bears at the Bears early. The coach, new staff, new thing early in the season. They got home against Green Bay, which is not going to be easy, but it's home, so you hope that you got it. At the Jets, who they're kind of in disarray.
Mm-hmm.
At Carolina, which they're kind of home against Washington, which typically Dallas plays Washington well, especially at home. At Denver, who Denver beats them whenever they play. So, I mean, you got to chalk that one up. Home against Arizona. Kyler Murray's never lost in Dallas for whatever reason, high school, college, or pro. Then you have the bye week. Then they're at Vegas. And here's where the trouble starts for them.
Kansas City.
Home against Philly. Home against Kansas City. At Detroit. Home against Minnesota. Home against the Chargers. At Washington. At Giants. They're home 1, 2, 3, 4 of their 5, like really that 5-game stretch. 4 of them are at home. But you're going to play Philly on a Sunday, play Kansas City on a Thursday, go up to Detroit the following Thursday.
Right.
Play Minnesota on a Sunday night with a mini bye, if you want to call it that. That's a tough – they better stack up wins because that back stretch, they're going to stack up some losses unless – I mean, obviously things can happen on the team.
Yeah.
They get overshown back. They could get Diggs is back to form and, you know, things can happen in their favor. But that's going to be tough. I mean, just being as a fan and being realistic, that is going to be a tough ask.
Well, the first half of the season, we have the opportunity based on how the schedule is made for us. We have the opportunity to be in first place.
Yes.
The first half of the season, the way it's set up with all our home games and the teams that we're playing, we have an opportunity to have the lead. If our defensive line has dramatically improved, we have an opportunity and that extra weapon to keep the defensive cornerbacks, keep them honest. We have the opportunity to be in first place at the first half of the season.
Yeah.
But it's going to rely on that defensive line because every team is going to test our defensive line first to see how well we are. And if they can beat our defensive line, it's going to be a mess because we're going to be pulling up corners and linebackers, and then they're going to pop us in the back.
Yeah.
So we got
well,
that's
why it's so critical that they get off to a fast start. If they come out the gate and they're 3-3, 4-4, 5-4, they're in trouble.
Yeah, and then we'll be in trouble, and then we may be chasing the Giants. We may possibly be chasing the Giants because I think Jackson Dart, man, when I look at him on the sideline and I see him in the game, well, obviously, most freshmen that come in with that attitude and ready to go and play against the world, they come in like they're playing against the college teams. And when they do well in preseason, they think, I got it. And it's good for their confidence because when they get in the regular season, they still come in there like that. They're not shell-shocked. And the game doesn't seem too fast for them because they already have that confidence from preseason. But it depends on when they put them in. And if Wilson gets out there and Wilson starts doing what he's been doing these last couple of years, looks like he can't drive the team down and he's throwing interceptions, he's taking chances, you better believe they're going to pull the trigger quick on Jackson Dart. Oh, he's going to be the number 2. They ain't going to put him number 3 behind.
I mean, we're going to go against Russell Wilson, so I mean, it could be better. Looking at 88, the OG 88, Drew Pearson, but who was throwing to him was my quarterback. I mean, I'm the Danny White era. I'm the Danny White era. I'm not Roger Staubach. I never had the opportunity to play.
I remember that catch.
Just want to give a shout out to my man Cuts by Jones is hooking me up. Danny White is going to be in Dallas doing a signing, and Cuts going to be there. So I sent him a package because I have these. Yeah, you can't really see them back there, but I have these cards that I've had forever. And I got Tony Dorsett, I got Drew Pearson, I got Randy White, I got Bob Brunig, and my last one I'm missing is Danny White. These 5x7 cards. Yeah. So I sent it to my man Cuts. He's going to get it taken care of for me. But Danny White, he's one of those underrated guys. The forgotten, really good quarterback for the Cowboys. 3 straight NFC championship games. Couldn't get over the hump, but he was my quarterback growing up, man. It was Danny White was the man. So. Man,
look, I remember Danny White. This is going to take you back. I remember Danny White when he played in the World Football League with the Memphis Southmen. Wow. With the Memphis Southmen, they had Paul Warfield, and they came to Birmingham to play the Birmingham Vulcans. Birmingham Vulcans, they were the Birmingham Americans the first year. Won the World
never
Football
knew
League.
This.
Yep, and then the second league, they won the World Football League. Birmingham Vulcans played in Legion Field. Then the second league, they changed to the Birmingham Vulcans from the Birmingham Americans because of the Vulcan statue, and they won. And we had a quarterback named Matthew Reed, and that was the 2 big teams, Memphis and Birmingham. And they played the last regular season game of the season. Memphis came in there with Danny White and Denny Duron. And Danny White was the punter. He was the punter back then and the quarterback, and we beat him. And then the Monday morning, the league folded. So when Danny White came to Dallas, I knew who he was.
But was he doing that? Was he already drafted by Dallas, and that was kind of like a off-season minor league, or no, that's what Dallas got him was from there?
Dallas picked him up after that. And and when he came to Dallas and he sat behind Staubach and he came in sometime, people don't realize this about Danny White. He is an unspoken truth. Danny White was smooth, calm, and consistent. 3 NFC championship games and just couldn't get to the Super Bowl. If he had gotten that twice, maybe won, he'd be in the Hall of Fame. Danny White was good. He got us out some clutch games because after Staubach, we didn't know where we were going to go because that what's his name, Clint Longley, he came out there and threw that 1 touchdown pass to Drew Pearson against the Redskins back then and won the game. And then him and Staubach get in a fight behind the bleachers over some BS. Clint Longley's gone, so we don't know what his future could have been. And then I don't know who the backup for Staubach was then. But after Staubach, we were like, what are we going to do? Good thing we had Danny White. Danny White was fit. He wasn't athletic like Staubach, but Danny White carried the team. And he would always, people don't even realize, he would always get us to the playoffs and we go deep. We would go deep and then get to that NFC championship and somehow couldn't pull the trigger. But to me, and you go to Dallas, you go out there to visit, you go to the Star, you talk about the Cowboys. Nobody ever talks about Danny White. Danny
No.
White deserves props.
Yeah. No. I mean, he would, like I said, he was my quarterback. Yeah, I see Hogaboom. I mean, remember Hogaboom, Steve Ballure. I mean, then you just had like, you know, you had that Schlew in there after him, and those are rough years. And obviously, until we got Aikman, I mean, he threw Babe Laufenberg in there somewhere.
Yeah. And then we got, and Quincy, a lot of people don't realize Quincy Carter, even though the rest of the team, he didn't have the weapons that we had in the past. Quincy Carter was decent, got us to the playoffs, but Quincy wasn't going to ever be the Super Bowl.
He was just so inconsistent. Like he would make, I remember Quincy, and I like Quincy. He would make these plays, and I'm like, oh, that's good. And then he would just do like just some stupid ass shit.
But I tell you who we should have kept after during when we should have put him on a 53-man squad, and he played well in preseason for us. Reggie Collier, man, if Dallas had kept Reggie Collier, it would have been a different little era. That guy was the truth.
I'm trying to remember him. What years was that?
He was a quarterback. It was right before Quincy, before the Quincy time. Reggie Collier came in the preseason and lit it up. And everybody had heard about Reggie Collier, but he was good, but he didn't make the team. Because I just knew he was going to make the team. I knew he was going to make it. And when they did the final cut, he didn't make it. I was like, what the hell? And that's when we had all them other
like Drew Henson. Was it the Drew Henson and the Hutchinson era?
And they could have put me back there, man. I could have done better than them boys. Hell,
I just remember
we get Steve Walsh, who was, you know, Jimmy Johnson's boy. We get Steve Walsh. He was okay, but he didn't have nothing around him. And then Testaverde came in for a little while. I think Testaverde came in with us for a little while, but
he was there.
You know, we didn't have nothing around him.
Were you surprised that they didn't really talk about that Steve Walsh-Aikman controversy more? Because that was a big deal that they draft Aikman and then they take Steve Walsh with the supplemental first. They basically gave up a first-round pick for Steve Walsh. And, you know, that caused a lot of uneasy feelings. I mean, I talked to Coach Campo, and that's the one thing about that documentary. I had, you know, a lot of these guys on the show from that 90s team, and hearing the stories and then hearing them again, it's like, all right, man, I got to chop some of that up and do like a quick highlight of those guys in the cave, because some of it was pretty interesting. But I was surprised they didn't touch on that more, because I thought that was a big part of that 89 season, because Steve Walsh was he was Jimmy's quarterback, and all those coaches were Miami. So there was division within the coach. Half wanted Aikman, half wanted, you know, Walsh. There was no comparison. It was just loyalty, but I know Aikman wasn't happy with it.
No, it was, even though he wasn't Jimmy's son, it was like that unofficial biological nepotism. It was, because, and that's why it was some controversy, because he's only there because of Jimmy Johnson, and everybody knew it. And Jimmy was all over Steve Walsh, of course, because he wanted him, you know, he took over some garbage. So he figured, Jerry Jones got me because I'm a winner in college. Let me get a quarterback who I know is a winner and bring him in. And then they got Aikman. But the controversy was because Jimmy loved Steve so much because of who Steve was with Miami. And people in the locker room could see that. And then when Aikman proved himself out, because Jimmy knew Aikman, he knew he was good. But when he saw him, when he saw what Aikman could do, Aikman took over. And once we started rising, that whole controversy was over. Nobody paid attention to that.
Yeah, I mean, they traded Walsh. I believe it was 2 first-round picks they got for him.
Yeah, and it was nothing to talk about, because everybody's like, okay, I don't want to talk about that. Look what we're doing. We're going forward. Look at Aikman. So the conversation never came back up, you know, to be talked about, because it wasn't worth it since we were finally rising. But Aikman and Micah.
I'll show you a little thing here. I'll show you something I got. Hold on.
Yeah, Aikman and Micah went through hell before we got all these other players.
Linebacker from Florida, Shamir James.
Yeah, I remember that Danny White. I remember that game in 49.
I'm an old. Huh? Oh, Shamir James got hurt, or the quarterback?
No, I'm talking about Andrew put on here about the game when Danny White fumbled that ball against the Niners.
Oh, yeah.
We could have been in there, man. We could have been in that Super Bowl.
I've had this for a while. I don't know if it's
who is that? Hogaboom?
That's Steve Walsh.
Steve Walsh. Yeah.
That was the year, you know, they had Aikman one and they had Steve Walsh. So I'm waiting to meet Steve Walsh to get this thing signed to go with my Eugene Lockhart one. But Ed Reed, I'm going to be down there in Miami, and Ed, my son gave me the heads up. Ed Reed's doing a meet and greet, and they're doing a kind of a tailgate like the day before, like a hype thing.
Right. You got a Miami helmet?
Good. Huh?
You got a Miami helmet?
Yeah.
Take it with you.
Well, this is what I want to get. Here, I'll get one more. We're killing time. So this is what I want to get. This is my prized possession. This here, Greg, is my prized possession. This is the 2000 Miami Hurricane.
That's what I got. I got. Well, hold up.
Yeah.
The whole team signed it.
Yeah. So a funny story with this one. This was the, and I still say this was the greatest team. People
Yes, it was.
better than the two. They got screwed. They got screwed. But the funny story with this is I used to go to Canes Fest. I don't know if you ever went to Canes Fest. Did you get yours at Canes Fest?
I've never been there.
All right. Well, they do. So all like back in the day, these guys would just walk around. They just walk around, you know, and walk with the people. So it was really easy to get autographs. So I went around Reggie Wayne, Santana Moss. I mean, Vince Wilfork. I mean, you're talking Andre Johnson's on there, Ken Dorsey, Jeremy Shockey. I mean, just everyone is on that damn thing. So I had two guys. I had Ed Reed over. Let me get in a minute. Ed Reed over here. I had Al Blades over there.
Al Blades.
And if you're a Miami guy, the Blades name is just Benny Blades, Brian Blades,
Brian Blades, Al Blades.
So I went and got Al Blades instead of Ed Reed, which Al Blades, God rest his soul, was the man. Like,
right, yeah, he was. That's true. He was the man back then. He was.
We didn't know Ed Reed yet. Yeah. Ed Reed was kind of like still coming into his own. I think he was a freshman or sophomore, or whatever. Yeah,
the Blades were huge.
So I am gonna try and get down there because I need to get Ed Reed to sign it. He's the only player left that I got. DJ Williams. I got Clinton Portis right there. James Jackson. Joaquin Gonzalez, he was a lineman. Brian McKinney, Andre King, the wide receiver there. Marquise Fitzgerald, he was Michael Rump. I mean, there's probably 10 or 12 first-round draft picks on that helmet. Santana Moss, Reggie Wayne. I mean,
and when you look at the Miami teams, several of them in the Hall of Fame.
Oh yeah, no, there's Hall of Famers on there.
A lot of people don't realize that. They don't realize that when they see the Hall of Fame and these players going up there. They don't. Devin Hester, Will Falk, Lewis, Reed. Man, we got Miami produced. Miami produced some players.
No, they did. That's surprised. They had Blue back there fielding a pump, but I think they were just kicking it out.
Well, yeah, I hope Blue didn't have to run it.
They still got him. Are they keeping him in there?
Deuce? Is that Deuce?
No, Blue. That's Blue is in. They're taking him out. They're taking him out. That's what I figured.
Deuce might be that hard man out.
Hey, I appreciate it. We're getting close to 300 of you guys. We're gonna run it to halftime. You know, I got a long day ahead of me, and I got to get ready. Sunday, like I said, if you guys are up in the morning, Greg and I, we do a Sunday morning show, Sunday morning service, and we're gonna really talk about that documentary. We're gonna give it its rest. Yeah. It's just due. Yeah, rest in peace, Sean Taylor. You know, Sean Taylor wasn't really part of that team. He was like a redshirt freshman, so he wasn't there. But I went there like 3 years in a row, and I've got some other helmets, and I would bet my life that we got Sean Taylor somewhere on there. I just never really dug into it to really find it. But my dad was with me, and he got one where it's on with the 5 national titles, and it has all of them on there. Whenever I go to his house, I gotta investigate that one. But yeah, Sean Taylor, that's probably I'm going down to the game, and I was debating on a jersey. So they have Ed Reed and Sean Taylor, and it's so hard to pick between the two. But Sean Taylor was just, oh God, was he?
Do you think they'll posthumously put Sean Taylor in the Hall of Fame?
No.
You don't?
No.
Because he had Hall of Fame numbers before
he did, but he only has 2 years. It just wasn't long enough.
He was on this track.
Yeah.
He remind me of Roy Williams. He would hit you.
He was a hell of a lot better than Roy Williams.
But I'm talking about when it comes to hitting. I'm talking about when it comes to hitting.
Yeah. Roy Williams,
yeah.
I mean, people don't know that.
Roy Williams would run through you and put his life on the line. So did Sean Taylor.
Sean Taylor had the instincts of Deion Sanders, but like you said, the hitting power of Roy Williams. He was a freak. I mean, it was like I don't think I've seen a safety
that big
with that skill set that he had. And it's so like that story, if you guys know with Sean Taylor, it was just terrible. I mean, you know, it was just the way he got robbed, and it was kind of set up because he was having people over, and their sister's friends, and they came. They're partying at his house, and then they didn't be there, and he ended up being there. And he didn't have they had guns, and he had a machete, and machete's not going to beat a gun. And I mean, just absolutely travesty.
And the bullet hit an artery.
Yeah,
if it doesn't hit the artery, he could have.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the same. And the two guys didn't even know who they were. Well, they claimed they didn't know who he was.
They knew as an athlete because his sister or something had a party when he was out of town. It was something had happened, and it was at his house or something. But it was just man, just a great.
And he was a good human being too.
Good human being. I mean,
that's the thing.
Family just unbelievable. You just don't want to see that. But yeah, so definitely appreciate the love. But we will be in the cave Sunday morning. Ed Reed was, I mean, you could have Ronnie Lott and Ed Reed. That's probably another great comparison because Ed Reed's skill with the ball in the air was like no other. But,
he was a hawk. He was like a hawk. He could see where everybody else couldn't see, and he anticipated. Yeah. And it was so good to see him and Ray Lewis together.
Yes.
It's so good to see them together on the same team, man.
Yeah. So I got to get down there. I got to get down there to get Ed Reed. I got to finish that up. So I got to call my brother. It's down in like Dadeland Mall or somewhere where there's a Dick's Sporting Good. They're supposedly doing it. So
yeah.
But yeah. So and again, Monday we will be in the cave. Jesse Holly is going to be there. It's going to be a lot of fun. Halftime is over. Dallas is up 14-10. Good first two drives, really good. Milton looks a lot smoother, a lot more confident. They're going to throw him out there to kick.
I hope Greer gets to play second half, man. I really, 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 really want to see Greer. This is going to be almost a 70-yard field goal. Did you see that 70-yard field goal that somebody on some team kicked in preseason? The guy, what team?
No, the Jacksonville. All right, let's see where it's going. It's 64-yard field goal by Aubrey. Let's see. You might as well give him a little work, right? What do you got to lose?
This will be the first time in my life that
he could have made it from 75.
Yeah, this would be the first time in my life that I strongly consider getting a kicker's jersey.
I know.
First time in my life because Aubrey and here's the thing. Aubrey played with my Birmingham Stallions.
Yes, you saw him.
And when Dallas picked him up, I was so happy.
Do you know what's crazy is you're probably the only one. Do you remember that year we had no kicker and we're like, we don't have a kicker. The kickers were missing everything. And then they bring this guy Aubrey in from USFL or UFL, whatever it was at the time. And we're like, oh my God, most of the fans are like, you got to be shitting me. We're getting this. Now we're getting some scrub kicker over there. He never kicked in college.
Right.
He was a soccer player. And this dude is absolutely been money. I mean, it's crazy.
And his wife told him, just go out, just go for it. Just go try out.
Crazy.
And he went and tried out and get with Birmingham. Well, with Birmingham, and became the most consistent kicker in the UFL.
That's
and boy, when he was with Birmingham, I used to always talk about. I said, man, if he was with Dallas, the way he kicks. And one day, man, I noticed Dallas Cowboys. They just drafted. Not drafted, but they signed Aubrey. I had to call my brother. I said, Jim, is this the same Aubrey that played with Birmingham? He said, yep. I said, man, my dream came true. We got Aubrey. And then when I heard we got Kevontae Turpin, because I watched him in the UFL the first season, light it up. He was the most valuable player.
Yeah.
I was like, man,
what do you think right now? Patrick Mahomes played in the preseason, final preseason game.
Yeah, he wants to get his chops wet. I don't see anything wrong with that. He wants to get that running. He wants to play against an opposite team.
I mean, he played a whole quarter. He played a whole quarter.
That's Patrick. Patrick wants to be well prepared and well oiled up when he plays. That doesn't surprise me. And he probably told.
What I'm saying is, like, if Patrick Mahomes is playing in preseason, don't you think that maybe Cowboys should be playing some guys?
But Patrick is on a whole different mindset than everybody else. I mean, Patrick, all he thinks about is football, and he wants that edge to win.
There's a fun fact. Chris Bonio. Now, Chris Bonio lives in Tampa. I was trying to get a hold of him to see if he can come into the cave for an interview. That might be something really worth talking about. So, Bronx Bomber, I appreciate that little nugget. I gotta see if I can make that happen because he lives in Tampa somewhere.
And I got a picture with number 6. I think his name was Seifert or Seifel or something like that.
Yeah, he was a school teacher.
He was a school teacher, he wasn't taller than me. He came out the tunnel when we were in Oakland watching that game, and I was on the field. That's when I got a chance to be on the field right behind the Cowboys. And he came out the tunnel, and I got a picture with him. And I remember when I was talking to him, I said, "Man, from school teacher to kicker." He said, "Yeah, isn't that wild?"
Yeah. I'm watching Cam Ward. Are you gonna be paying attention to Titans games? You gonna be watching some Titans games?
Yep, because I want to see what Cam. Isn't it amazing how Cam hasn't gotten any attention?
No.
Number 1 draft pick. Cam hasn't gotten any attention. Nobody's talking about Cam. Did Restrepo make the team? I mean, I know you.
He's there. He should, but I don't know. I haven't really seen. Nice
Cam. Now,
who the hell's that?
Cam needs him. Cam needs him for his first season there because Cam knows
he's a safety blanket.
Yeah, and him, yes, he's a safety blanket for Cam. I hope they don't cut. There he is. He's standing behind the coach, Restrepo.
Yeah. No, yeah, you're a little.
I hope they keep Restrepo, man. I really do.
Yeah, I'd like to see both of them in there.
Yep. Restrepo would be like Edelman and the other guy that played with New England. But they need him, man. And maybe he's not playing because they're trying to save him.
Good for him to get a little work in.
Yeah.
Good for him. So, all right, guys, we're going to get out of your hair. We're going to see it. So, Greg, I will see you Sunday morning.
Sunday morning, we'll be there. You guys, I appreciate all the love. Make sure you got almost 300. You guys still hanging with us. Hit that thumbs up. Hit that like, subscribe, share. Appreciate it. Thanks again. I did do my thoughts on Micah Parsons. If you guys missed it, I just did it, quick video, like 5-10 minute video. Go check it out. I'll give you my thoughts on it. But we'll be talking about that documentary. I think there was some good nuggets and thoughts. Yes.
Up some videos, and we'll get it. But I appreciate it. Thank you, guys. Enjoy the second half or go to bed. One or the other. But football is finally here. Week 1. We go get hype, and I just can't wait. I'm getting too excited. I'm going to kill myself.
Cowboys for life.
Cowboys for life. I appreciate it, Greg. Thank you. We'll see you guys Sunday.
Give me somebody that's hungry. Give me somebody that's hungry. I need somebody.